The historic town of Conwy was the venue for the official start of the 2013 Wales Rally of Great Britain. The final round of the FIA World Rally Championship promised to give the local hero, Elfyn Evans, his best chance of the season for a victory in the WRC2 category. The event began with 3 stages run in the dark in some classic Welsh forests such as Penmachno and Clocainog. The event had moved to North Wales for 2013, allowing the organisers to use stages that hadn't featured on the event for many years. And 2 fastest times meant Elfyn and his co-driver Dan Barrett had opened up an early lead in WRC2.
Oh, it's not been easy for sure. That one especially was very slippery. We concentrated on just trying to be clean. The second one was good for us, but it was quite hard on the car in places. So we're just looking to tomorrow now.
The rally's first full day consisted of a repeated loop of 3 stages and included 2 visits to the spectator favourite at Sweet Lamb. Elfyn went into the first of the day's stages, Havren, with a lead of just over 13 seconds and was immediately on the pace. The stage, however, was suspended after an incident involving the newly crowned WRC2 champion, Robert Kubica, and so Sweet Lamb would be the first of the day's stages on which Elfyn would get a clear run.
Into middle of a big jump, 60 brakes, slot tight handbrake right, and 6 left, very long, tightens long, and
third fastest through Sweet Lamb and then second quickest on the Herring stage meant Elfyn and Dan now had a lead of nearly 26 seconds. The 3 stages were repeated in the afternoon, and despite the slippery conditions, Elfyn headed for service in D-side with that 26-second lead still intact.
Yeah, it's been okay. Very, very difficult slipping conditions all day, really, especially this afternoon as the stage has been used. It's become very, very slippery, so difficult to judge a grip, but we've managed to increase the gap to second place, so that's all in all been okay for us.
Very different stages tomorrow. What are they like?
Yeah, we're moving back to my home area tomorrow, so looking forward to that, to be honest. We expect that they will cut up a little bit more, so they could be rougher, but we should therefore have more grip on offer with a bit of luck.
The 7 stages that made up Day 3 included 2 runs through a spectator special at Chirk Castle, although the majority were held in the forests fairly close to Elfyn's home in Dolgellau. That meant there was plenty of local support on hand, and Elfyn rewarded that support with the fastest WRC2 time on both of the day's first 2 stages, and then second quickest on the third. Fastest again on the day's 4th stage meant his lead had now doubled to over a minute, and he duly set yet another fastest time on the day's final forestry stage in Dyfnant.
flat right keeping, 60 kink, 3 right don't cut, and flat left, 60 kink to 4 left short, maybe keeping, and 4 right minus long keeping, and 3 left plus keeping.
Not only did Elfyn and Dan have a commanding lead in WRC2, but their Ford Fiesta R5 was an impressive 8th place on the overall leaderboard. No wonder Elfyn seemed pretty pleased at the stop line of the day's last stage.
Yeah, I think on the whole it's been very good. It was very slippery in there now, we took it very cautiously, but on the whole, we've extended our lead again today, so that's been good. We just need to maintain it tomorrow now.
Just 6 stages and a little under 52 kilometres now remained, including the rally's final stage around the imposing Great Orme headland at Llandudno. The day, however, began with 3 forestry stages, and after setting the second fastest time on the opening stage, Elfyn and Dan were then fastest on both of the next 2. After stage 19 in Clocainog, their lead in WRC2 was now 1 minute and 3 seconds, and that 8th place overall was looking just as comfortable.
5 left keeping, and latish 7 right, and open 6 left long, cut, opens long.
After adopting a slightly more cautious approach on the 2 spectator stages at Kinmel Park, Elfyn and Dan duly dispatched the final stage around the Great Orme to secure their first ever WRC2 victory. It had been a terrific performance from the pair and rounded off a great year. Twice runners-up in WRC2 and now category winners.
It's been a great weekend for us, to be fair. I felt that I was really hungry for this win much earlier on in the season, but I was beginning to think it wasn't going to happen, but we dug deep and made sure we were best prepared for this event, and to come away and win is fantastic. I'd like to say a big thanks to the team, you know, working with them all year. They worked really hard on this project, and to finally win a WRC2 round for them is a great feeling.
No, it's been a real good rally, very difficult, and a very long 4 days, but you know, I feel we've both worked very hard this year, and you know, luck's not always gone our way, but I think we've both driven a really good event, and very happy, to be honest. It feels like, you know, even though I'm not from Wales, my home's only just over an hour away from here now, so it feels like a home rally, so I'm very pleased.
Go on guys, leap onto the bonnet.
A brilliant result then, and one that hints at even greater things to come for the British pair in 2014.
Popular WRC2 winner.